From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
It's a hard topic, man. It makes me fucking emotional. Like, almost fucking want to cry, man.
No crying on camera, Mike. That's for your ride home.
And for my closet. Yeah.
44 years in business, gone. We're talking about Davis Express out of Florida.
All right. We're going out in class. Everybody gets paid. All the employees are going to continue maintaining their benefits until June.
Yeah,
so,
and today, April 23rd, is actually the last day they're making their deliveries. Yeah, for sure.
So basically, that's how you go in class, man. I think that's a very, very upstanding company, because a lot of those stories in the recent years we heard about people showing up to work and just hitting the locked door.
Yeah, and that's what makes the story unique, because Jimmy Davis, that's the owner, he made a statement, a public statement. They didn't go broke. It's not about that Chapter 14. It's not about going broke, bankruptcy, or anything. But it's also about that Russian roulette. Every time that a truck is going out, these lawyers and litigation are coming after you. Everything is a risk. So that risk no longer outweighs the reward.
It is, and apparently, as I was prepping a little bit for this video, I don't really big on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty known there.
Extremely popular.
I'm extremely popular. However, I can see when I was gathering the information, there are a lot of so-called TikTok lawyers. And those are nothing but just ambulance chasers. They're just trying to pass a message to the society that, hey, got hit by a big truck, give us a call, payday awaits you. Don't worry, you're not hurting real people. You're just taking a fight to a big, bad, evil insurance companies.
Right, yeah.
That's freaking bullshit, because you're ripping companies like that apart.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to sell that, and man.
And how many companies are gone into the sunset over? Oh, you're not going against the people, like family businesses. People invested their whole lives in business.
No, yeah, I mean,
gone overnight.
Yeah, and just talk about it. I mean, right here, man, you got 160 something people. It affected them directly. It's over.
Yeah, 100%.
So right here, man.
No, that's 160 trucks. So the amount of people. We're probably looking at close to 300 people.
Yeah.
With warehouse, with all the office staff, 3 locations, and everything else, we're probably looking at about 300 people.
Yeah. And so even though the company hasn't been profitable in the last 3 years, as per Jimmy, that's not the sole reason for doing this. So these other factors will influence how bad you're going to fight this fight, man. Waiting for better times. Is that really, how long can someone wait?
No, absolutely. Because if you don't see the light at the end of a tunnel, maybe we arrive to the point where, to stay in business, we need to make some considerations. Mm-hmm. And, after seeing what we've been seeing, we decided, this is not, for me to make those considerations, that's going to keep me in the fight for another 10 years. That big investment that I'm going to bring in is going to keep me invested for another 10 years. I'm just guessing the guy is probably at least 65. So that alone, you sure you want to be in business for another 10 years? And that's a 24/7, 365 operation.
Yeah. And leading to that operation, they do mention the cost to operate has turned into the cost to exist. And, the gentleman does have 3 children that are in part of the program and or the operation. They keep it alive on the day-to-day basis. But none of them are willing to take the company on. They're going to move on to something different, which just kind of tells you the risk behind that and profitability, being profitable, and is it even worth it for them? Most people are dreaming of that. You're saying, hey man, I want to get to that 160 truck mark. I can't wait to get there and have it at, and we're striving for that. And then you have people that are saying, man, I don't want it. And that should tell you something. Well,
and also look, this guy knows if he puts his 3 kids through everything that he had to live through, what kind of parent is he? This is not a joke, guys. This is not a fucking joke.
Yeah, so fuck, man, you threw me off with that. But yeah, but some would argue the school of hard knocks, man, that makes him a good parent. Some would,
It is. But it's one thing to make them into good adults, and another thing is to sacrifice them for life.
Yeah.
That's two different stories. Apparently, we are already adults, so we already seen everything. And if you grew up in a trucking family like that, man, you're a well-rounded individual. Let me tell you, like a little bit of everything, from how to change a tire to psychology.
And man, you understand risk and you understand all that, because at the same time, you've seen the sleepless fucking nights. You've seen mom and dad fucking go through those downs, and to keep it alive, to have the good times, but did the good times even pay you back from the bad times? And you're exposed to all of that, man. Like, it's not like this was just gravy town. You see the ups and the downs, and do you even have it in you to fight that fight for the ups and downs? Because even though it wasn't yours directly, you were so close to it. It's almost like you lived it with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
But some people are saying, man, like, stay in a fight. This is going to bounce back. It's going to bounce back.
Well, we've been waiting for that for the last 3 years or so, for it to bounce back. It's it keeps bouncing back, but we still haven't seen very, very nice results. I would say it does bounce back for many different reasons. However, it's still not a jackpot yet. So it's kind of it's gonna bounce back to what? And now with tariff war and economy, everything is in the unknown. Like, apparently there is a plan, but like nobody shared that plan with me. So okay, like I'm down for a fight, man. Like, we're still in business. However, a lot of people actually held up till this November with a big hope for a change,
and then nothing.
And so far, at the beginning, I saw a little bit of uptick because people were excited, and excitement brings economy gets economy moving.
Yeah, for sure, energy. Yeah,
but right now, all the drama, I voted for a Orange Devil. But man, like, all the drama, God, man, like, we got a business to do, we got economy to build, we got things to do, man. Like, let's stop the drama. If anybody knows the dude, show him this video, tell him Mike said, enough drama. Let's get to business, because a lot of people were counting on this.
Yep. So, I mean, like, thinking in the near future, man, like, for trucking guys, like, who's going to survive this? It's got to be the smartest, the leanest, I don't want ugly word, but like, you got to be adaptable, man. What's coming next? It's not, I don't think just because you're bigger, you're going to be safe. I think you have to be. That hunting spirit has to fucking be there, man.
No, as a matter of fact, the bigger you are, the bigger the target you are.
And the harder the fall, right?
And it's easier to hit, more units on the road and everything else. Man, that's bigger is not always better. Let me tell you, like, I've been at a lot of stages in this business, and like, I've seen a little bit. I would say, 5-truck company can walk away from a lot of things that 100-truck company cannot.
Yeah, I can see that too.
And that 5-truck company can have another fight, another day, just, a couple of weeks later, and we can still be in the fight. We can potentially make some adjustments and carry on. If you're a 100-truck company, man, that's a tough call.
Yeah. So that's the market for you guys. This is ever the So Challenge. This is the news of the day. It's unfortunate for this company to go through this. However, it's a decision they made. We're not complaining here. We're just saying, hey, food for thought, man.
Yeah, a little bit of like public bitching and crying. Well, at the end of the day, like, the bottom line is this, guys. If I was 65 plus, and in this market, I don't know, depends on the situation. maybe I would say let's go into sunset. I had enough. Thank you very much. For now, like, what am I gonna do? Like, again, going back to my favorite subject, heart surgery. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I forgot about it a long time ago. The closest experience that I had to that was, slaughtering animals at my grandpa's farm. So don't get in my way. But other than that, it's challenging to find strength in this industry, in this economy, in this everything. So we hope for some meaningful change soon. I think a lot of things needs to change in the system because the system is obviously broken. A lot of people in the transportation community, in my opinion, I do not know all, but like a lot of people in the transportation community are chasing wrong enemies. Like we act like bulls chasing the red rag.
Yeah.
Same thing, like attacking all the wrong people at all the wrong times, attacking all the wrong ideas, thinking that it's somehow going to help them. And it just works against them. And now now it becomes even more hopeless. Like, check this out. I just want to give this one example. Let us know if you guys agree, if anybody watches that far into the video. Let's say something as silly as IFTA. For those of you who know what IFTA is and how it's calculated, right? For me, not the cost is the problem. I would be down to say, you know what? Let's raise the cost of IFTA, the tax, by whatever, 5% or 10%. But let's make it idiot-proof. So we do not have to have 10 years worth of miles, receipts, paperwork, any one incompliant driver shuts off the ELD in the state of Washington, makes it in the unknown way, fueling in all kinds of random places back to Florida. And now you're going through the audit that's going to include that piece. Man, you live in hell.
Yeah, for sure.
And that trip is going to cost you potentially your business. So this is how bad it is. So would that be reasonable to say, guys, fuck it, I understand you need money for, highway maintenance, whatever that is for. Let's bump up the price, but let's eliminate those silly problems.
Yeah, for sure. Because now it becomes, in the long run, you could remain operable.
Yes. So let's just, calculate some sort of like a very easy formula that's not going to be attached to every gallon, every mile, every highway, every road, every little freaking check this out. The driver goes on the exit, takes the wrong route. He realizes he's on the wrong way.
Has to come back.
He has to come back, gets lost again because that's a slow driver.
Not you, somebody else.
Not you, somebody else. Now he is running out of diesel, right? Now he gets the diesel. And all that while his ELD is broken.
But he has a paper lock.
And he has his little BS paper log, if he does.
I know.
And now the company has to pass the IFTA audit with that 3 years down the road.
Is the guy even around?
And if the company has 50 trucks, let's just say, how many of those events we have every year? Even if we do everything by the book.
No, it's up there, man.
It's up there. And now those events are gonna freaking, have you ever heard that saying, death by 1,000 cuts?
Yes.
That's what it is. And okay, fine. You didn't get caught. You didn't get audited under those circumstances. But imagine living your life for 44 years with that axe above your head.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Like, for those, and not us, but for those that think that you don't need strength and a set of balls to make a decision to this magnitude to walk off into the sunset clean, like leaving everything where it's supposed to be. leaving things a little bit better than you actually even found it. Man, this is a tough decision. This comes from a person that is pretty strong, in my opinion.
Absolutely. So, guys, choose your enemies carefully, because not everybody that seems like an enemy is your enemy. Big respect to Davis Express to staying in the fight for so long. It's not a lot of companies that stay in the fight that long unless we publicly fund it.
Yeah.
And here we go. So, mad respect. Hope he's gonna go into a very nice and well-deserved retirement. And his kids are probably gonna be heart surgeons.
Here we go, man. I'm sure there's another plan. Their journey continues.
All right, guys. But anyway, let us know what you think about this video. This is a very emotional topic for us in the trucking community. So it's kind of harder to make. There is a lot of things to say, and I had to even like shut myself down a couple of times. Just not to start crying here in the public in the public forum. But yeah, like if anybody is still in the fight with us, looking to build something bigger, better, different, or maybe reach something as beautiful as 44 years in business and achieve something like Mr. Davis, we are here for you. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, and we'll talk to you on the next video.
Here we go.
Take care, guys. Hold on. And just think about it. That fucking IFTA example that they gave you, right? You have the same shit with IRP. Same shit. Over 44 years, you got the same shit with IRP. With 160 trucks, you have probably multiple lawsuits above your head every year at any given moment.
And the damage is still the same. So like 160 trucks, right? They're letting go at 117 truck drivers, which means they weren't all filled. So you have the same fucking problem.
Absolutely.
You have the same fucking problem. 11 mechanics and 35 office people, total of 146. So, it takes that to run that kind of show. Because sourcing people is even a problem. Does it mention the people somewhere, or you're just some sort of formal? Like Business Journal. I don't know how trusted the fucking website is, but I'm just telling you.
I don't think it's exactly that, because that's a best case scenario. Realistically, if you have 11 mechanics with a 160 truck fleet, you ain't got no shop. You have some people on the back burner, like you ain't got nothing. 35 people in the office with all these trucks, with customers, with drivers, with human resources.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, best case scenario. All the things that still plague them.
Yep.
Like people, you're only as good as the people that are in the industry, that are helping you thrive, that are, like, trust me, if semi-retiring was an option and he knows when he can turn around and walk away and go play golf or whatever the fuck, that it's not going to fall apart, he would.
Yeah, because let me tell you, this way, going this way is the only way for him to know, okay, I'm going out, I'm going to play golf, hopefully, for the rest of my life. My kids are all right. My family is all right. We made it. We could have made better, but we made good enough. It's time for me to go. I'm not willing to start partialing out my, assets and everything else just to prove what?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, so
just to hang on for another 2 years of what?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's based on everything that gets plagued, man. The people that surround you, the people that are available in the industry, all of this. You're only as good as your people, yada yada yada. Because, man, like, what would be the difference? You don't even make an announcement. You just, you start coming to work 4 days a week. Then it's 3. Then it's 2. Then it's just Fridays. Like, who the fuck is even going to notice?
And so at this point, at least he went in the well-earned retirement. Other than that, just staying in business.
For the sake of it?
For the sake of it, with a potential of losing everything, including his retirement.
Yeah, like
is always going to be hanging above his head.
And trust me, man, a lot of people think it's just that fucking easy, but like, there's also some...
Let me tell you, if that's so easy, you go do it.
Yeah. But I'm also saying, man, that decision means a lot of these people get displaced. So how many of them were your soldiers and worked with you? Like that's not a fucking, you probably lose a little bit of sleep for that too, man. Like,
No, absolutely. Like I'm not saying all his people are soldiers, but let's just say 10% are savages. Yeah.
And that's enough to fucking cry.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So man, you know,
All right, guys, this time,
real, for real.
That's it. For real. For real. And we'll talk to you on the next video. By the way, guys, you can tell this one is very emotional for me.